Welcome to MLSsoccer.com's Brazil Bound, presented by Castrol GTX High Mileage, with former U.S. men's national team assistant coach Jesse Marsch. I'm Jason Seguini. Today we are tackling the idea of proactive soccer versus counterattacking soccer, or should I say, Jesse, transition soccer.
Yeah, whatever.
We're going to illustrate why the U.S. team may actually be shifting tactics already, only a few games into the diamond midfield experiment. And to start, Jesse, take us through what we mean when we talk about proactive soccer. What is Jurgen Klinsmann trying to do? How has he instilled this tactic?
Well, I think most importantly, he's talking about dictating the game through possession and through passing. So you'll see his teams a lot of time now build out of the back. And to do that, he'll spread out his back line so the two center backs will open up and the outside backs will push up. Then they'll try to find passes on the ground to midfielders in the interior. So they'll look for 15, 20-yard passes, and the midfields will start to rotate themselves and now play little combinations with each other. Eventually, they want to lead themselves to being closer to goal and then set up different plays, whether it's the timing of the outside back and getting him the ball for balls into the box, or setting up little combination play to beat the other team's back line through penetrating runs and penetrating passes.
This is a style that we've seen a lot from teams like Barcelona, or on the international level, Spain and Japan play this way. Why do these teams play this style of soccer?
Well, any team's going to play to the strengths of their players. And so if we take Spain for an example, they have a lot of players who are very quick, agile, very good on the ball, and great technical ability. So they find that they can really dictate the game by playing in tight spaces and wrong-footing defenders and finding advantages that way.
But we've seen a lot of teams have success this year playing more of a transition game. Real Madrid, for example, winning Champions League, or Italy on the international stage. So Jesse, what are we talking about now when we're talking about transition soccer?
Well, one of the big trends now is that the best players in the world are very athletic, they're fast, and they're great in transition. So all the teams that have these players look to incorporate that into the way they play.
Okay, let's get a little bit more into the X's and O's of this and take us through why you think this style actually suits the U.S. team better.
Well, when I talk about transition, I'm not talking about a total defensive shape. So I don't want the back line on the top of our own 18. I'm talking about now our team picking up in the middle part of the field. And now when the opposing team starts to try to penetrate into our midfield, that's where now our block of 8 is very organized, closing down gaps and passing lanes, and looking to jump on balls and win them and play forward quickly. And in that moment, it's up to guys like Jozy Altidore and Clint Dempsey not to just be thinking about defending, but to be thinking about being available so that when we win the ball, we can use them quickly forward, and that now guys can react and join in and use our speed. That, for me, plays into the strengths of guys like Jozy Altidore, Clint Dempsey, and Michael Bradley.
But Jesse, you don't only think this is what they should be playing, you think they actually started playing this way in the second half against Turkey.
Yeah, I think the recognition in the Turkey game to bring Bradley deeper to help Jermaine Jones after Turkey spent a good deal of the game carving up the U.S. midfield was important. And it could be the start to a tactical switch that will bring the team closer to playing the transition style that I'm talking about. They've got to close down the gaps in the middle of the field, and I think Klinsmann recognized this, and we'll have to see now what adjustments he makes in the last warm-up game against Nigeria before they head down to Brazil.
Thanks, Jesse. As you've said before, the most proactive thing you can do in soccer is win no matter what the formation or tactics are that it takes. Let us know what you think in the comment section below. How do you think the U.S. will play when they get down to Brazil? And also, how do you think they should play? You can also tweet at us using the hashtag BrazilBound. And of course, if we use your comments or questions on the show, we'll send you some cool Castrol swag like this right here. If you haven't seen them already, also check out the World Cup group previews on MLSsoccer.com. There's some great stuff in there, especially if you appreciate Matt Doyle's humor. We'll see you next time on Brazil Bound.